Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. For a while now I've been thinking about experimenting more with my art. I always do the same small studies, which is great for practice of course, and I sometimes do bigger paintings in between, but I really felt inspired to make something life-size and actually make a full body composition instead of just a small portrait, like the ones I usually tend to do. I think I've made my John Singer Sargent obsession quite clear by now, but I was looking through my books again and I've always loved his full body paintings. But one that has always stuck out to me was his painting of the actress Ellen Terry as Lady Macbeth. Her strong facial expression combined with the beautiful flowy beetle wing dress made such an impression on me that I felt I needed to step out of my comfort zone and make something big like this painting. There's this passage about Sargent's possible first idea for the Lady Macbeth painting, and it really stuck with me and inspired me for my painting. It reads, "She strides forward imperiously from the dark void of the gateway, between lines of wimpled females and armed soldiers, her cloak blowing out around her, her face lit up by torchlight. Sargent liked the swirl of the dress and the torches and the women bowing down onto either side. This made me want to do something with a more dynamic composition, flowing fabric, and a strong facial expression. So I made a mood board and filled it with paintings that inspired my idea, as well as some ideas for the colors. I also knew I wanted to make my canvas myself, and this was something I had never done before. And of course, in typical me fashion, I started my first time with something way out of my league. I actually have thought about doing this before because I feel it is so fulfilling to build your own painting completely from scratch. As I said, I wanted to make the painting life-size, so I went to the art store and bought 180 by 105 centimeters stretcher bars and 2 meters of linen to stretch over them. Now, building the frame was a bit difficult to do by myself because it was so big, so I got my partner to kindly help me set everything in place. I actually almost spent the entire afternoon stretching the linen because it was so big, and I think I just wanted to make sure it would be tight enough, so I definitely took my sweet time with it. But I was able to finish it, and it actually turned out quite okay for my first time, if I do say so myself. But before I started with this big piece, I wanted to make a quick small study of some of my favorite flowers. Back when I filmed this, it was peony season, and since they were blooming so beautifully this day, I wanted to try and capture them as soon as possible. I always have a hard time with flowers, and especially white flowers, since there are so many different subtle colors. Sometimes I catch myself avoiding certain things to paint because I know it won't turn out the way I want it to, but this is a terrible mindset to have about art, and really anything in life. Fear of failure should never keep you from doing anything, because the only way to improve is actually doing it. I think I could have pushed myself even further with this painting, but I think I learned a lot from this little sketch, and I've noted the things that could immediately improve my next floral painting, so I had fun doing it, and I'm happy I didn't give up on it. I also wanted to make a smaller, quicker portrait study of my model before starting too much on the big painting, just to get more of a sense of the colors, experimenting with depicting the fabric and the backdrop as well. I like to do this to familiarize myself more with the features, and it's just nice to get a bit of practice and experimenting in before really going in on the final painting. It takes some of the pressure off, and it helps as preparation for the big piece. So I finally started with the big piece, and I actually had a bit of a hard time with the portrait part of it because it was a bit too high up for me to reach. I didn't really have a stool to step on, but it turned out fine in the end. And I was so excited to finally start this and make the image I had in mind come to life. I wanted the painting to seem more imposing. I imagined it would hang somewhere higher up and wanted to make her look down on the viewer to make a more striking impression. I was also so excited to paint the red shawl she was wearing that will be flowing all the way down, which gave me a little sense of the Lady Macbeth painting from Sargent. Even though it will take me a while to finish, I'm happy I made the decision to stick with my original inspiration and decided to take the leap and make something huge. I want to make more of these bigger paintings in the future, and this feels like a step closer to the direction I want to take my art in. For now, I will continue to work on this, and I can't wait to see what it will look like once it's all finished. Thank you so much for watching, it means so much to me, and I hope to share more of this and other paintings soon.